Everyone ready?
Ready.
Ready.
Uh-huh.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah,
back.
dude. Yeah,
Season
have y'all heard that
Episode
before?
5, Season 3.
Episode 5,
Your
Season 3.
neighbor's
Episode-
garage. I don't know what to do because we have a new intro.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome
I don't
back.
like change.
Welcome back.
Y'all really like singing, right?
I
Like,
love
I
singing.
think
it's really annoying.
It was like a half.
Buenas
sing.
noches, buenos dias. Welcome back. Welcome back. Season 3, Episode 5, Your Neighbor's Garage. Second episode with this amazing audio. Thanks to Audio World.
Woo!
How's it going, guys? How's your week?
Quick plug to the sponsor, right?
It has
Dude,
been a
right
good
off the
week.
bat-
What's up?
Right off the bat, a huge thank you to Audio World. But,
Yeah.
How
Yes.
has
Yeah.
y'all's weeks been?
You know what, man? Going back to what I said about manifestation, sometimes the angels smile on you, and I think the angel smiled on me on this week. As of today, as of yesterday, I have finished
Yesterday, the what?
November 6th.
Okay, yeah, because remember, we record pre...
Oh, that's true. Yesterday, aka November 6th, I went ahead and I am now certified to be a dental assistant in the state of Texas.
Fuck yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Let me tell you all this, man.
Wow.
Fuck anybody who says like, yo, you're never gonna get a degree, or fuck anybody who says like you're never gonna make it. Like,
Dude, just at me at that point.
just
Come on.
like I honestly, like, I suck at school and I hate school and I didn't think I was gonna graduate high school, but I'm an educated man now.
Yeah.
Educated
That's cool.
fucking
And
man.
It's not a bachelor's degree. It's a certificate.
Certification,
Yeah,
but
because people think that you need to have a degree to succeed in life. But no, I mean,
Dude,
you just got to
so
work
many
or get a
ways.
certification in something. You get me? It's not always about getting a degree to be successful, to be happy in this life.
yeah.
Because I think with our age, people think, I need a degree to succeed. I need a degree to be happy. But fuck no. Like me, I don't have a degree. I mean, I was close to getting a degree, but I'm happy.
You're doing well.
One out
Yeah.
of 4 people in this table have a degree.
I'm the one with the degree.
And he's the least happy.
Oh, that's true.
Yes.
I don't know.
So it comes to show.
about that
What's
one.
it called? No, but here's a quick. There's not like my fellow favorite band, The Strokes, said. There's nothing more depressing than good advice. Right now, we're at an age where we can do literally anything. Like there's no reason for us to not like choose something. You know, if you guys are out there and you're wondering, oh, what the fuck do I like want to do with my life? I have no idea what I want to be. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what I want to study. Dude, just pick something and roll with it. And if you figure out that you don't like it, then do something else. Because at least now you know that you don't like that. Otherwise, if you just spend your time like kind of like going back and forth, between like what should I do? What should I do? The same amount of time is passing, but you're not doing anything and you're not learning anything new.
Yeah,
And
dude.
And I feel like because of our age, our generation, we feel so rushed. So I feel like we need to establish what we want to do with our lives when we're like 20, between 20, 23. Shit, most people don't even want to, or people don't settle for their career until their late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I think we live in such a high, fast-paced, society that, it's like, oh, fuck, 22, and I'm still deciding what I want to do. I'm a loser. But no, you're not a loser. You're young, and you're still finding out your interest and what you want to do in life.
Yeah, like what you were saying, Gus. Like it's super cool. I think it was actually you who told me if you want to do something in life, literally you can do it. And it sounds like the most cliche bullshit advice ever, but if you want to do something, you just do it, dude. You fucking like. There's no one telling you not to do it.
we live in the freest country in the world. You can do anything. Like
It's crazy.
Like it sounds like you said. It sounds really cliche, but you can literally
Yes,
do
it could
anything.
be a career. It could be a hobby. I mean, this is a hobby
it's
of
a
ours.
mental thing.
And we manifested it. Remember? We would joke around, and guess what? Now we have the best podcast in Laredo.
yeah, and, like,
Not just in Laredo, but in the 956.
Can we talk
And-
about that comment on YouTube?
And yeah, we will, and we'll get to it in a little bit. And I also want to say that we kind of paired up because that intro song that y'all heard is by the Laredo famous Kid Brothers.
Those
play
Kid
a little
Brothers.
bit. Play a little bit of it. You
Yeah,
know?
let's hit it.
I like that
Let's
intro.
let it
Yeah,
sit
their
for a
album
bit.
came out on Saturday at 12 a.m. for our new listeners.
Yeah, I mean, you guys remember we went live on Instagram last week with Louis G himself, and
Yeah.
Eric was there in the comments. But they were so gracious enough to give us rights, or I wouldn't say rights, but at least licensing
Permission.
There we go,
Yeah.
permission to use that song as our intro and outro. So now, Los Kid Brothers, the Kid Brothers, They are our theme.
Yeah.
Shout
we're
out
cool
Los Kid Brothers.
because we're exposing local bands.
Exactly.
And that's one of our main goals whenever we decided to create this podcast was to, create a,
Get
content
local.
culture and
Yep.
expose people, shine the light on our artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So if you're at home right now, pause the podcast, look up Kid Brothers on Spotify or Kid Brothers on Apple
YouTube.
Music, maybe?
well, on YouTube also.
They're on SoundCloud as well.
SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Look them up right now.
Listen to their album Puro Pinche Party.
I really,
Puro pinche party.
Puro
really
pinche
liked
party.
Brown Mami.
And it's a short album. If you feel like you don't have time to listen to it,
It's like 20 minutes.
No, it's 14 minutes long.
Holy shit.
So there's some songs that are 14 minutes long that I've listened to. So
Oh shit.
I can listen to a whole album in 15 minutes.
My favorite
So
song
you
of that
have
album.
time to drive home
Yeah.
from where you want to go, listen to the whole album, and listen probably the best album of 2020.
Yeah. And dude, if you haven't heard No Mames off that album, listen to it.
That's my favorite song.
My favorite lyric in that song
Yeah,
is
let's-
Nicky Whip. He says a lyric towards the end of that song and he goes, "Tricks in su mochila, she's a Pisces." Like I love that.
I think
Wait,
also
tricks like yogurt?
No,
Or-
like tricks. Like she's got tricks. Like tricks in her bag.
Wine Night is also a good song.
Yeah, I really like Take Me Home. That one. They
Can
got, they got a
you
little
take me
emo for a
home?
second, but I
Nice.
really like
And then they hit
Nice.
Contigo, the song that we
Oh,
were
Contigo's are really good.
Yeah.
Banger City, dude, all around.
Well, and so that's kind of something new that we're doing, but also something very new that is
Drum roll, drum roll.
yeah. Put some drum roll or some claps or some shit.
I don't have a drum roll.
Hit a sound, Eddie.
Fuck it, that's good enough.
Okay, that's good enough.
Fuck it. Update. And you guys are listening to this probably on Sunday or Monday or whenever you guys are. But our favorite bar Nido at Golondrina Food Park, has reached out to us and asked us to do a live show next week of our podcast, of Your Neighbor's Garage. Woo! At the
Yeah. We did it.
I don't know if we ever mentioned it in the very first episodes, but our goal was to get sponsored or show up or record an episode at Nido.
At our fucking favorite bar. Like,
And now not only are we doing that, but they reached out to us, and I feel like I'm so eternally grateful for
And
Jaime.
we manifested it.
we manifested it.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
It's like we had been following this girl. We wanted her to hit us up, or we wanted to DM her, and then she
Yeah.
hits you up, and you're like, "Yo,
Oh
like,
fuck!
I can't relate.
Can't relate.
I know me neither."
It happened to me once,
We get it, Fonz.
dude.
It never
so
happened.
if you guys are listening, we're gonna be live on Sunday next week, not this Sunday. So actually, let me look at the date. Just so-
Sunday the 15th.
Sunday the
15th.
15th.
Yes.
Exactly.
So if
So-
you want to hit up Nito, go on the 15th on that Sunday. You'll
Yeah.
hear us record. Shit, we might even bring you to come talk with us.
I don't know how it's gonna work, but we're gonna make it work. Yeah.
We
Is it
have
gonna
no
fl-
idea.
Is it gonna flop? No. But we're still curious. We're excited for what's to
I feel like
come.
people are gonna walk by and like yell at us while we're recording.
You know,
Probably.
You know what? If you're listening to this, tell us where you want us to record. Do you want us to record in the middle of the patio,
Oh,
inside the food hall? Where? Because we were arguing before we recorded on where we're gonna record.
Yeah.
Because I feel like so weird. We're arguing it's gonna be in the center, and then everyone's gonna be looking at us, and we're like, oh.
I'm an exhibitionist, man. I want everybody to look
Oh.
at me while I'm recording.
And then people
You like
who
to get
don't
naked
know
in front of people?
People who don't know our podcast are gonna be walking around like, who are these weirdos?
yeah.
Yeah, I know. But so yes, we're gonna be live. We're like the episode is gonna be live. So we're gonna go live on YouTube and maybe live on Facebook. I'm not sure if we can do both, but definitely live on YouTube.
And we'll still record it for our podcast for our other stream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
our beautiful listeners.
shout out everyone.
So we're gonna go. I want to say you get out of work at what time? It's 6
6.
and 7.
I think so. Yes. Well,
So-
I might
Well,
leave early.
I'll
like
work
at
on the
5.
logistics. Don't worry about it.
Safe bet. We'll go live at 9 p.m. Sunday the 15th from Nido.
Be
Well, I'll let
there
you all know
or be
that's why you
square.
should follow us on Your Neighbors G on Instagram and Your
Twitter.
Neighbors Garage on. Oh no, wait, Your Neighbors G on
Yeah.
Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Garage,
Garage
Society,
Society.
Co on Instagram. My bad.
And your
then
neighbors
we have
G
Facebook
on Facebook.
now.
Yeah.
And follow our socials, man. Everybody upload their socials real quick. Plug them in, Gus. What's your socials?
Oh, at Gus3Vino across all platforms.
Pancho.
I'm very proud of
At
that.
__ on Instagram, Cactus Pants on Twitter.
Fonz. I need to pull up mine.
Pull up yours. And mine is Fonz_Nuno, which is NUNO on Instagram, and Fonz Nuno, and you also NUNO on Twitter. So
I feel like
You make it
this is-
so complicated.
I feel like this has been a good end to a stressful week because
yeah,
of the elections.
Oh,
'Cause
dude.
we're still deciding.
Hold up.
We're still checking who's gonna be president.
And
I
wait,
just didn't get
Pancho,
to plug mine.
you gotta let other people
I
talk, bro.
just got ran over. No, just Kieran.tk on Instagram, KIRIN.tk, and then Kieran _ Takahashi on Twitter. All right, we can go back into election
Okay.
talk.
Bro, y'all gotta like sync up your usernames. Like
I'm trying.
it's hard.
I need to change my
It's
Twitter.
hard when people steal your username.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Yeah.
No,
we should go
I agree.
the official Pancho or something.
Yeah. Oh my god. We're trying to get a blue check mark.
So are you nervous on who's going to be president? Because whenever going into Tuesday, it was supposed to be Biden. And then midway, it went Trump. And then all of a sudden I woke up and it was Biden again.
Look, I think so many people have been wanting to hear what we would talk about politics. Because
I don't know, man.
like no, well they probably don't want to hear what
Yeah,
the fuck
we don't want to hear.
They don't want to hear what we want to say. Period.
They
But-
probably already know our views from Twitter.
exactly, but I feel like they're just waiting for us to talk about our views on the podcast.
Is this that episode? Does this finally
I don't
happen?
know. I don't want to be a part of it.
You don't have to say anything.
Oh yeah.
No, we're just gonna talk about what happened. How
It's stressful.
Twitter's a shit show. Facebook's and it's weird how you can tell the difference in Facebook and Twitter. 'Cause do you have
Very
Facebook
factual.
and Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
do.
so Facebook, you'll see your conservative
It is melting down
family
right
and
now.
stuff like that. So everyone on Facebook is like, it's a fucking fraud. You know,
Stop the count.
stop the count. And then on Twitter, it's like, yes, have Orange Man bad.
Or have
He's
you-
out.
Orange man bad, Biden good.
No, have you seen that one meme where it's like it's the what's it called, man? When the baby reveal, the gender reveal, and then the
Yeah,
girl
dude,
takes
that-
off her hat or like the wig and it's
That's-
like blue.
Definitely Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Literally, that's Twitter right now.
Dude, it's so insane how it's still not over. Like the 2016
And then
election.
it's going to go to litigation. So we probably won't even get an official saying on who's going to be president until probably like December or January, which sucks dick. Unless Trump says, you know what, fuck it. We
Yeah,
won.
I just want to fucking know. Like, I want to know who it is already. I'm pretty sure it's Biden though. I'm pretty.
Yeah, for
Dude,
sure.
Trump's
This
gone.
year genuinely feels like it's scripted, like a TV show.
Dude.
Like, dude, how the fuck do we not know who the
God's
president is?
testing us.
How the fuck do we not know? Like that's
No,
No,
I
I mean in 2000 it was almost the same.
yeah, but like holy shit.
Yeah, no,
It's-
Yeah, there's all this shit keeps happening, and I'm like, yo, we're fucking with the simulation.
Oh, God.
What a nice way to ease into that.
What a nice way to get us to stop talking about politics. Why are you scared?
Okay,
Why, no, like for real.
I'm sorry, not to speak for you. I'm not scared of my views. I think my views are generally popular. I just don't want to talk about them.
No,
I don't know about.
No,
I
I'm
don't
not
know
talking about our
farms.
views. We're talking about what's happening.
That's because that's the thing. Like, it's possible to talk about politics without talking about your views.
Yeah,
you know, you
I
can
get
talk
you.
about how the atmosphere is and what is
Yeah.
happening. Like how
Because we're
Pancho
so
said.
politically divided, and I think this should be a time for
I
us
don't
to
like that,
be together and just be patient. Because
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
noticed within the past couple of years that instead of us being united, it's us against
It's
you
us
against
versus
me,
them.
Yeah, us against them. Democrats versus Republicans. It's like, well, I think we have the same end goal. We just have different ways to reaching that goal.
Yeah, man. We all want to have a happy life, dude. We all
Yeah.
want to support our family. We want to have a good future for our children. That's all both sides want, and it's kind of fucked how it's like a us versus them right now. It's a team thing right now. It almost feels like sports.
Yeah.
That's kind of
Yeah,
fucked.
and I know right now Trump supporters are really angry and stuff like that. And they're supposed to be the more religious ones. But I feel like they should realize, hey, maybe this is a test from God for you to be patient, for you to come together with your neighbor.
Right, like put your money where your mouth is,
yes, because a lot of these people, are, God oriented and stuff like that. But then they're the ones who are so fucking mad right now, going crazy about the results. And they're the ones who are like, oh, Biden supporters, are the violent ones. But hey, maybe this is your test, to show how peaceful you are or to show how loving of your neighbor is. Because I've seen on the streets, there's two houses there in the Heights that I've seen.
Yeah.
The neighbor.
shout out to Heights.
One is has a huge ass fucking Trump flag.
Oh.
And the neighbor to its side has a humongous fucking Biden flag. And I'm thinking, wow,
Vergazos.
Vergasos, you would think Vergasos,
Yeah.
but then, I wonder how they treat each other.
I want to say that because they're neighbors, I want to assume that they've lived there for before this presidency or before
I
this
don't know.
stuff.
A lot of neighbors hate each other.
I don't really
How
know
do
my
you guys
neighbors.
feel about
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole point. You said because that let's say
My
they
neighbor was
don't
my
know each
grandma.
other, so you're like, oh fuck that neighbor. That neighbor's fucking scum. But you don't really know that neighbor.
I definitely don't think that. Like, I just really don't think anything of my neighbors. I think the neighbors behind me, they're fucking badass because they have a pool and they always have carne asadas and like they're always cooking out with badass music and they're jamming. And I think that's fun. Like, I'm happy for that.
You want that vibe?
Yeah, I love I love having that vibe in my backyard. I love having that vibe in my backyard because it kind of gives me permission to do the same, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get you.
Out of the respect, like, hey, I'm letting you do this with all this loud music. I expect the same.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
they have been, when we hang out here.
Yeah, I think the whole concept of this podcast was built upon neighbors. I mean, the whole name is Your Neighbor's Garage, as in,
Yep.
it's just like, how would we describe this? Like a fucking.
I think it's more like a group of guys or a group of dudes just talking, and then you kind of just shooting the shit with them. This is like an
in a
average
garage.
Friday night. You know?
That's what I've heard from people that listen to it. I was actually at Nilo before recording this, and I was talking to my friend Becky. Shout out to Becky for listening. I know she likes to watch and listen. But she was saying that like when she's listening to us and like we say something, she wants to chime in, and it's like that's the goal. Like that's what we want.
Exactly.
We want to feel
Yeah.
like we want to make
Yeah.
you guys feel like you're a part of the conversation that we're having.
I have,
Oh, that means you're doing our job.
Yeah, and you know what's the best thing about this podcast is that we are the same people, whether you're in the studio or you meet us at the bar, or you meet me at work, or wherever we're at, we're always gonna be the same people. We're consistent. And I think that's cool because I know some people that, do podcasts or do music, right? And it kind of inflates their ego, or kind of inflates like their perception of who they are, what they are. So, you see them in person and they're not, approachable,
real quiet, on their phone.
Yeah, either they're
in the
super
corner.
they're super quiet, super all this huge on the internet, and then you meet them in person and they're super shy and awkward,
Yeah.
or the opposite where like they're worse than they are on social media, or they're
Ooh.
worse than they are on the internet.
There's some people.
I think we're consistent guys. I think we're the same guys in person and on the internet.
shitty on the podcast.
Shitty on the
we're-
podcast, shitty on Twitter.
Speaking on social media, I know Biden is gonna win. Okay.
yeah. Oh, most
I know
definitely.
Biden is gonna win. The only thing I'm gonna miss about Trump is the memes.
Yeah. The memes are really, really
fucking
funny.
Trump is the most memeable president ever.
I don't know,
Biden. The thing is, he's dead. He's a dead guy.
Biden had memes
wait,
before,
He's so
though.
boring. So there's nothing to meme about. But Donald Trump, hate him or love him or hate him, he's so alive and he's so memeable.
He's just so
and
dumb.
And whenever he leaves, we're gonna be like, oh, the memes are not as good.
Well, I mean, I think the memes about Biden are fucking hilarious because he's stupid. Like he's just like he's dumb and like he's old. So like they're making these he doesn't know shit memes.
Have y'all seen that picture of Biden in his 20s?
He was good looking.
Yo,
That man
Biden
is-
was a
That
hunk.
man is beautiful.
Yeah.
That dude's a hunk.
Bernie Sanders was very beautiful.
Bernie Sanders
He
looked
still
like
is.
Bernie Sanders looked like that indie kid that had
Yeah.
emotional problems and would like treat you like
He
shit.
can still bang
He-
though.
Yeah.
Oh,
I felt like Bernie Sanders would make living in Austin his personality.
yeah, like,
exactly.
that would drinking
he's from Lore- he's
kombucha and
from
wearing
Laredo-
Birkenstocks.
He's from Laredo, but on his bio he puts ATX.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of fucking people from Laredo that do that. And
Oh,
I
no.
know you're listening.
They put LTX-ATX.
Yes.
I'm about to change my bio.
956-512.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine Bernie young, but today. What would he be doing?
He'd be drinking kombucha and listening to vinyls. And,
He'd be on this podcast right now.
No.
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 Oh, fuck me. Then.
I don't think he would.
He'd be thrifting.
I was gonna say he'd be opening up vintage shops and buying like secondhand furniture.
He'd be tweeting.
He'd be tweeting.
He'd be tweeting.
He still is.
No.
He'd be that guy that'd be protesting on how racist the Martha Washington celebration is. And
Oh,
stuff
he
like
probably
that.
would be doing that.
And showing people how racist Martha Washington and the Princess Pocahontas thing is.
I was gonna say, okay, I'm glad
I
you
mean,
bring that
a
up.
lot of that shit is low key fucking.
It is.
I mean, racist. You might have to look into it, but classist. Oh yeah.
Oh,
that shit's
dude.
classist as
Dude,
fuck.
it's because I can't believe, and I want to say people probably have talked about it, and I don't mean I don't want to
Yeah,
start
because
anything.
we don't know what we're talking about.
Like, I don't want to start anything.
Quick disclaimer before we go deep.
We're idiots.
Yeah, I don't want to like start anything and have the Martha Washington and Pocahontas fucking ball like burn to the ground. But imagine like an
Dude, believe me, there's a lot of people in Laredo who wish to see that.
imagine like an outside liberal like from Austin or California or something comes down to Laredo during the Pocahontas parade. Like what I'm
little
pretty
embarrassing.
sure like they'll get triggered enough to want to start.
I feel
something.
like all the people who want to cancel it are people who left Laredo to go to college out of town.
Well, that's the
especially
thing.
UT.
I don't know anybody that actually does want to cancel it. Like I haven't heard any
If you
negative.
go on Twitter.
There's a lot
Yeah,
of
there's a
negative
lot
connotations
of
associated
people.
with
Well,
it.
it's because like you're dressing up as Native Americans and you're not Native
Yeah.
American,
It's a little fucked.
and also you have to pay thousands of dollars to do that.
That is the most fucked.
That's the
part.
most fucked part.
Well, not the. Yeah.
You know, like it's just, and I don't understand the purpose.
Okay, but like some of the greatest memories I ever made in my life were at that parade.
I've never got-
I think the reason it was created was a group of men. It was the Sons of Liberty and stuff like that to honor George Washington, and like I don't know what the fuck.
I heard it was like to make Laredo more American.
Yeah, to like show their allegiance.
Yeah, but it was
you know?
it was a part of a group. They were the Sons. They were Sons of Liberty. It was like a chapter, like a part of a national chapter, and within their own chapter, I think they created the celebration, and somehow it became what it is today.
It's like yeah,
Chill. All right, we're back.
So that's really what it is today. But I feel like now people don't really care, or people don't really care about the background. That's why I don't have an issue with it, because I feel like people don't really look at it for its its racial insensitivity.
I personally don't have an issue with the Martha Washington or the
But yeah,
Pocahontas.
for the Martha Washington, I don't really have an issue. For the Princess Pocahontas, I understand why people
Would.
would be bothered. I'm not bothered myself, but I understand why people are bothered.
I feel like I don't have a. I'm not in the correct position to be bothered. I'm not
mean,
Native
yeah.
American, so I
Yeah.
can't be like I am a fucking.
but
offended.
if someone
And that's what a lot of these liberals don't understand. Like they're getting offended for
other
stuff
people.
that isn't
Yeah. Like
theirs.
I get like it's kind of fucked. It is pretty
now
fucked.
one
but-
thing about, not to play devil's advocate here, but I've been
Isn't
to
your sister on it?
no. My family, we do photography and we do
Oh.
a lot of we take a lot of pictures of the Pocahontas, and that's one of our main things, right? Not to play devil's advocate, but when you go to these the Princess Pocahontas showcases, it's not like they just dress up as Native Americans, and make fun of them and do
No, yeah,
dances, and
it's like
an
it's very
honorable-
educational.
Yeah.
It's very honorable. So they come out, they speak about the tribes, they give you a history of the tribe that they're representing, or what part of America they were in,
Right.
and it's kind of cool because it's kind of an educational.
But Fonz, Twitter, people
They're
on
not going to
Twitter
see that.
don't understand. They don't want to look at that. They just
Yeah.
virtue signal and want to cancel everything.
Yeah,
that
it
they
might
can
not be
cancel.
100% appropriate to dress in Native American wear, but I feel like they're doing it in a way that it's not
is
so
it-
disrespectful. It's
Yes,
very
and
honorable.
as long as you get to show, or I guess educate people on stuff, like it might be okay.
yeah, dude, they tell you about the different tribes and the traditions. Whether hunters, gatherers, whether they did this.
I once did a project in the 4th grade about I think it was the Jumanus. That's the only thing.
I have no idea. I
pretty cool.
did
That's
a project about the Sioux
Oh,
Indians.
that's awesome.
You know
I
what?
made like a whole
I-
gram about it, like a
I
3D
think
figure.
the whole concept of
did too.
Native American is crazy.
It's weird.
I think all of us did. At some point, we all did a project.
The whole concept of Native American is crazy because I'm more than sure that most of us sitting in this room are descendants of Aztecs, right? Or Pueblo Indian,
we
or
can't
Pueblo
assume
natives.
that,
I'm.
but
You're more.
I
I
could
really
probably
don't think-
safely assume that I'm from Spain.
Yeah, no, you got the traditional features of what a Spaniard would look like.
Yeah.
Maybe one or very few people in my family, but I was told that my family moved from Spain straight to Laredo, because my family was one
straight from Spain.
My family was one of the first people to settle in Laredo.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
But within the bloodline, I know my grandma was telling me that her great grandmother was Indian. So there is some type, but it's a small percentage in
Native American.
Yeah. Yes, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Native American.
We've been programmed
Because
to say
there
it like
was
that.
Native
yeah.
Americans here in Laredo, especially in the outskirts, like in Mirando City and stuff like that. There were Native Americans.
Right.
So if you're from Laredo, you probably do have Native American blood.
Yeah, I think
awesome.
it's crazy. I want to trace back my history and find that,
Just
I was
use
hunting
expensive.
jaguars and shit.
It's $100 to do that 23andMe.
Dude, but you know what's weird about the 23andMe thing is that Google owns that. Google bought out that company.
So Google knows everything about me and my
Yes.
family.
Yes.
Yo.
And so there's a conspiracy behind it, obviously, because we talk about conspiracy all the time. But there's a conspiracy of why Google wants to own 23andMe. Why do they want that data? Well, one possible answer is to upload our consciousness or our DNA into clones,
Would you be okay
Oh.
with that?
No.
I would.
into a different body.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be okay with that.
As scary as it is,
Let's just say your body's dying and they can upload your DNA and your ancestry and your at some point your consciousness onto a different body.
That's
Would
not
you be
me.
I
down?
want to do that.
Wait, you're down with that?
I want to do that. I am.
You want to do that?
No.
I am
You wanna do that?
terribly. Wait, I want to ease into the next subject really quick. I am terribly afraid of the concept of death and existentialism.
That's really normal, actually.
Yeah, it's a normal thing, but I am terrified.
It's
of
almost biologically
it.
normal.
I don't want to.
When I was a kid, I would cry to my grandpa that I don't want to die.
Yeah, I would.
And then he was like, and I guess like the sad thing, I mean, obviously I was young, so he was like, no, one day we'll meet each other in heaven.
That's
and then,
fucked, man.
No, I know. And then, I mean,
In
my
a good way,
grandpa,
like-
my grandpa
like
passed away like 2 years ago, so it's like, oh damn, you know.
It's almost heartwarming as well.
Yeah.
But it's,
You know what's funny is talking about extensionism.
But
like,
wait, before I go back, I guess think of it in a positive way. When you die, you get away from all the negative stuff that you're living in today.
yeah, that's actually fuck. I don't want to stem into something else, but I think what is it like?
Because heaven is always positive. So
No, I
about
think it's
that.
like what Freud who said.
Sigmund Freud.
No, I think fuck. I don't want to
We're
butcher it.
talking about Nietzsche, maybe? Well, say what it is, and we'll see
it's
what we
you-
remember
it's
it.
You want to die so you can kind of go back to the place where you started off in, which was in your mother's womb, which is a place where you didn't have to worry about food, you didn't have to worry about violence, you didn't have to worry about anything. It was a dark place. You're in there. It's warm. You are carefree. So the concept of death, you kind of want to die. So, because it reminds you of the one place where you didn't give a fuck about anything,
it,
which was in your mom's womb.
Because he had a clean slate.
Damn, that's crazy. that
No.
that could be Freud, because Freud did a lot about
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
with mothers.
Y-
And
you
shit.
know, I'm not one to like. Oh, I guess kind of stemming back to what Ed was talking about, like extenential existentialism, right? Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, I never thought that panic attacks were like, I never knew how they felt. I didn't know how they affected a person.
You would only like read about it on Twitter.
Yeah, and I wouldn't know like what a panic attack was.
Like
you know?
if you experienced one, you wouldn't know if it was.
I
one.
wouldn't know what it was, but I think I had my first panic attack this week ever in my life.
Yeah, and I'm very, very sorry to hear that, dude.
Yeah.
They're rough. Man.
Yeah,
they hit you
and
hard.
I mean that shit sucks. It's because I was on this weird thing where I was eating lunch, right? I was eating Sabaro pizza, just minding my fucking business.
Were you
Yeah, what a
stressed for
great
your
way to start
exams?
I was a little stressed. Yeah,
Okay.
I was a little
that,
stressed.
That could be leading up to it. It was just like the straw that.
It was a cooking pot because I
Let's
haven't
hear this
slept
out.
that well. Long story short, it was a bunch of shit. But I was reading on Reddit about how our world could be a simulation, right? And honestly, I mean, usually I don't think too much. I read it, I entertain the idea of it, but for some reason, for some fucking godforsaken reason, this week it really hit me, right? And as I was reading, and I kept reading about different people's accounts of like how they've proven that we're in a simulation, I started getting more and more scared, right? And I felt this weird feeling of dread, like I felt
right
this
in your
feeling like,
chest.
yeah, like that feeling when you're watching a scary movie and you know something bad's about to happen.
or like when your stomach sinks to it, like someone tells you, "Hey, we need to talk." And you're
Yeah.
like, fuck.
I had that
Which is-
feeling of dread, but I think the craziest feeling is like I'm sitting in the mall food court, right?
Yeah.
Full of people,
Okay.
right? And I'm like, somebody's fucking following me or somebody's watching me. And I'm looking over my shoulder, kind of back and forth. I'm like, there's fucking nobody there. There's nobody would be here right now to follow me. But I had this fucking feeling that there was something creeping up on me, right? So I fucking threw all my food. I said, I'm done. I got up. I went back to work. I tried to kind of like ease back into like I'm fine. I did an exchange for a customer and I got super lightheaded and I was like, yo, like,
What's the
fuck
first
this.
thing you did for comfort?
Well, I went to the restroom and I
Called
called my
me.
mom. Like,
That's where I was gonna get you.
what?
Your mom.
That always gets to me. That even now as a grown man with kids and stuff, I always think of my mom.
I called my mom.
as the first thing when I, randomly, I'm not really scared of death, but sometimes I'll get those random like fears of death. You get me like what happens?
Yeah.
The first thing I think is mom.
Yeah,
I'm like,
no,
oh, my mom. And since
yeah.
I was a kid, even now I'm about to be 25 years old, and the first person I think I'm like, mom, like, where are you?
yeah,
No.
You
no.
get me?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's
That's
very
sweet.
heartwarming.
No, yeah, dude. It like I think everyone here in this room can say that your mom is the most important person in your life.
Yeah, and you perfectly walked into it because that's what I was gonna get. Like,
But it's
who was
also
the
okay if
first
your
person
mom-
you thought of? Like, what was the first thing you
Mom.
did? And you thought, mom.
Mom. Then I called Ed. And then so I was in the restroom and I was trying to just like I was like, yo, like what the fuck is wrong with me? Why can't I feel comfortable? Like it was just a feeling of uneasiness.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, I know what I'm gonna do, and I made myself throw up. I
Oh.
touched my ugula and I made myself throw up.
That's like a real physical way of getting
Yeah.
rid of that feeling.
Yeah.
It's almost like pinching yourself and like bringing you back into
I felt
reality.
one time the only time I had a panic attack was in my car, and I just yelled.
Oh,
Dude, yelling helps a lot.
I do that a lot, dude.
It
Yeah.
genuinely helps, especially on car rides because nobody hears you.
Yeah,
then.
nobody hears
Dude,
you at all.
Next time any of you are driving on the highway, put the music either full blast or just straight up scream at the top of your lungs, like literally until it hurts, and it feels good.
Yeah. Anytime I get anxiety, or sometimes I get anxiety where I start overthinking like crazy, my brain doesn't stop.
Yeah.
The only way I can relieve that stress is I scream. So like I'm shadowing at a dentist office, right? And sometimes I get anxiety because I'm like, I don't want to fuck up today, or like I gotta do all this stuff today, and I get so like scared, right? So I will park at the very end of the parking lot. I will turn my music up full blast, and I will just scream my fucking lungs out. And then it's weird because then that anxiety like leaves, right?
Yeah.
But so going back to it, do we live in a simulation?
No.
Yes.
Well, going back to it,
I
again,
don't think so.
existentialism.
I think
dude.
I think
Yes.
we live in a test.
No,
I think God
go,
tests I think God tests you throughout your entire life, because I mean when you die, I mean depending what you believe in, what I believe in is that you spend all of eternity in heaven or hell, right? So the challenges that you face in life, or your entire life itself, is a test for entering the kingdom of heaven. So if you're a good person, and through times of, I guess, adversity, if you're a good person and you come through it being a good person, then you do go to heaven. So, you know, the stressors in life, the bad things in life, you know, you feel like it sucks here, you know, it sucks here on this earth, right? But it actually just might be a test from God on the type of person you are to go into heaven.
Well, one of the
All right, well, that's lame.
No. Like,
I'm kidding.
like, I never.
It was getting real serious.
No, I never thought of. No, I always thought of it as a joke. But I guess once I got older, you're like, damn, like, you know, especially like at work, you know, I see all these things, and I feel like, fuck. Sometimes I feel God tests me, or I feel like God tests other people, and they just don't perform it. Yeah, they fail. Yeah, but
Wow.
I mean, you have all of your life to redeem yourself, right? So you might fail one time, but I guess you have your whole life.
All right, well,
redeem
we
yourself.
actually are in a simulation, though, so that's...
Oh.
that's
Wait,
Actually-
Gus, explain to us why you think we're in a simulation.
Wait, before you go on, really quick, I just want to put in my 2 cents. I like that you mentioned that whatever you believe in. Growing up, I used to think whatever you believed in, that's what you get. You get me? No, like if you believe in, Christianity, you're gonna go to heaven.
That might be true.
If you
it's because
are,
there's
like,
way too many religions for it to
yeah,
not...
but I used to think, like, I don't know if it's like a good thing, but I used to think like if you were, I don't know, let's say like a Nord from Skyrim, and you have a good life, you will go to Sovngarde, or if you're like a Viking, you will go to
Valhalla.
That's where
Valhalla
I'm
with
going.
your brothers.
Okay.
If you're like a Buddhist, you'll be, I don't know where.
Nirvana. They reached
Yo,
Nirvana.
you will
Because
reach
there
Nirvana.
might not be an absolute thing, because
There isn't.
your religion is just based on luck because of where you're born.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
get me? It's all regional.
It's almost like we don't have free will.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
no.
Because
no.
Wait.
so God's not going to send you to hell because you were born in India and you believe in all these gods. You
He
get
was
me?
like, fuck,
Because
you
that's just
believe the
based on
wrong
where
one.
you were born. That's why you believe in these things.
Yeah.
Because maybe my God is wrong and maybe theirs is right.
And it's that fact that just proves that religion is a belief and not a fact.
I don't know.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, religion will still have to be a belief. You know,
Yeah.
and as hard as that sounds, it's,
No, it
it's
is
what
a
you
belief.
believe in, you know?
Right.
But I personally think, maybe still to this day, I think whatever you believe in, that's what you get. So if you're like a badass samurai and you think you're going to go to like samurai heaven, fuck it. You're going to go to samurai heaven.
I want to
You know
go to
what's one of
samurai
the
heaven.
craziest concepts is that when I was Mormon, we had this thing where there was 3 levels of, you know how there's like 7 levels of hell or whatever, 7 rings or whatever.
All the religions are legitimate except Mormonism.
No, but as a Mormon, there was 3 levels of heaven, and
Uh-huh.
I mean, the ultimate heaven was the heaven where all your family's there, all your friends are there, you're able to communicate with everybody. But I remember like they made me like not want to go to heaven because like heaven 1 was like you're with just strangers and you were only good enough to make it to heaven 1 or some shit, right?
It's weird that
And
they
then-
have levels.
Yeah, and then in heaven 1, like I forgot, it's like you're with strangers, but y'all can't talk to each other or something. But
You
you're in
need to
paradise.
pay to get into that one.
Yeah, and then heaven
It's
2.
the freemium version. You need the pro.
No, I think heaven 1 was like you're in paradise, but you're alone. And then heaven 2 was like you're in paradise, but you're with strangers. So you're not with your friends or with your family. You're just in this badass place. But like it doesn't matter because like
Wait,
like,
could you
don't-
make friends with them?
I don't remember,
But,
but
you know,
I'd argue that being in paradise but by yourself
is the hell itself.
It's hell itself.
Yeah, dude.
but
that's
I
like
think every
purgatory.
religion, because in heaven and in Catholicism, you're with your friends, spiritually with your friends, families, all your loved ones. But one time, a couple weeks ago, I spoke to this pastor, and he was like, "No, that's not what heaven is," and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't want to be in your heaven.
Yeah, that's what always tripped me out. Like, if you go to heaven, can you still do the badass shit you do here?
How old are you in heaven?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
can
like-
I do like?
Can I choose?
Excuse the language, but can I do fuck shit in heaven?
Yeah.
You know, can I fuck shit up? And it's a
I guess in
paradise.
a good way.
Yeah.
what a heaven is like. They give you like your dream, like anything you ever dreamed of, and then
Wow, that's deep.
you
I like
die,
that.
and then you wake up, and like say like my dream was to play the NFL. I wake up, and my heaven is I'm in the NFL.
You get
like
fucking tackled by Ray Lewis.
yeah,
I mean, he killed a man. So
he's going to hell. Yeah, like imagine that. Like that could be your heaven. Like whatever you
I've
want.
always thought that my idea of what heaven would be is, hold on. Maybe I was like, maybe you can hear the siren in the background. But I was gonna say that my idea of what heaven is you're in an eternal paradise, but you're living and your age at the time that you were the happiest.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Okay.
And it doesn't necessarily think it's not necessarily the age that you think you were the happiest. It's the age that you actually were.
Not to be
what
edgy,
if you're
but
not
what
at
if-
that age yet, though?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
But not to be edgy. What if you were never happy in life?
That's what I'm saying. It's not the time that you think or you weren't happy. You know,
That's
like
when you were the
like
most.
like maybe I thought that at 10 years old I was the happiest. It was, and in reality, it really
You're just
wasn't.
dumb as fuck.
Yeah,
You just didn't care.
It wasn't 10 years old. Maybe it was like 15 when I was actually happy. And maybe I don't think of that time period to be an actually happy time period, but God would know, you know? So that's the time period that you would live in. So hopefully 22 is my fucking happiest time that I get to be in heaven with.
I just think like, man, what the fuck does heaven look like?
I'm happiest with you guys.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Bitch.
this is heaven right now.
Yeah, like just think of that shit. Like, what the fuck does heaven look like? Does it
Oh
look?
my God. You
does
gotta
it-
make me throw up right
you,
now.
you think there's big anime titties in heaven?
I don't know.
Oh,
Ed?
dude, the biggest anime.
Sorry,
Titties
yeah,
in
not to
heaven.
get distasteful, but can I be lustful in heaven? That's what
I don't.
want.
Yeah,
I mean, lust is one of the 7 deadly sins.
Fuck. So can I?
Yeah.
But
That's like-
maybe God realized that you're a good person in life, so
He's like, fuck
he
it, you
gives
didn't do it.
He gives you the greatest set of anime titties ever.
But he gives them to you like they're yours. Like, oh, like you get
it's
just
like
on my
it's like that
chest.
Biggie Smalls lyric. Biggie Smalls says the lyric, and I forget. I think it was Suicidal Thoughts, whatever.
Yeah.
He goes,
It don't make sense going to heaven with
well, the goody
goodies.
goodies. I like black Tims and black hoodies.
Yes,
like,
sir.
so he's like, what's the point of going to heaven if I'm gonna be good and I can't do all this cool shit?
If everyone's
right?
like, oh,
Yeah, like-
the entire time.
Like, and I've talked to some friends before. They're like, I'd rather go to hell because I mean, in hell there's like hookers and like
Like badass
motorcycles.
raves
and, like,
and shit.
I know
Yeah.
I know your ass will never buy a hooker. Like,
You'd be too respectful. Like, hey,
Yeah,
like,
You don't need to do this.
like
I want to take you away from all of this.
oh fuck.
no, but like imagine that like Disturbed plays 24/7 in fucking hell. Like,
The new System of a Down
the
album.
thing is, all these like hardcore rock band people
they're
are
Christian.
super religious.
Yeah.
As fuck.
wait.
Creed?
But
I think Ronnie James Dio was religious
Dude,
as fuck.
yeah.
dude.
What about?
wait. So we're talking about all these badass versions of hell. I mean, heaven. What about the fucked up versions of hell?
Oh, bro.
You know, where like
I
they
mean-
say
I
hell
mean-
is just you alone in a
I
room.
mean, I wouldn't want to go to hell. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
I read. Oh,
Go on.
first.
Well,
There's different versions of it. You know, it's not all badass hookers, raves, and
yeah.
Disturbed
I mean,
24/7.
apparently there's 7. You know, there's 9 rings of hell or 7 or 9. Catholic
7.
9.
I think like
I
the last one is like
don't
icy, right?
know.
That's how.
Well,
fucking-
like the first one is for like liars and shit, and then like it gets worse and worse as your sin goes on, right? That's Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
But I think hell isn't necessarily a place of fire and torment and damn.
sounds terrible, dude.
But I do think it's something more than that. Like some sort of like Groundhog Day thing where you have to relive your most shameful moment over and over.
Whoa.
Dude, that sounds more excruciating
Yeah.
than living in like.
You know what? You
it's
know what
full of
hell would be to
emptiness.
me?
What?
Hell will be to me the absence of anything, like no light, no
That's like purgatory.
like just all pitch black. You know, like you can't see where you're going, you can't see anything, you can't feel, you can't touch, smell.
But
You're stuck in this.
That sounds peaceful.
But that goes back to what I was saying earlier. You know,
or maybe
That's how you began.
maybe we have our own hell. Everyone has
That's what
their
I was
own
saying.
hell.
Like your own hell is your most shameful moment in your life on repeat for eternity.
wow. So we talked to different versions of heaven and hell right now. That's
Ed's version of hell is like he's playing a video game, but it lags, so he can't fucking play.
every single video game lag.
Yeah.
Every time he's about to capture the objective, he gets killed.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god.
He goes 0 and 6 and search and destroy every time.
Way to tell me I'm already living in hell, dude.
I feel like my version of hell is when Chick-fil-A gets the wrong order.
Oh my
My version of hell is traffic.
My version of hell.
It's like an AA meeting. What's your version of hell?
My version of hell is
making spreadsheets
no.
eternally. Eternally making spreadsheets, never stopping.
It's a never-ending spreadsheet that keeps going. What? That's actually what Excel is. It
I don't like
end. What's it called? No, I think my version of hell would be when I order the Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich at Whataburger, and I have to hear that they're gonna charge me extra every time.
Why?
Because it's not on the menu. It's not. It's not on the menu. So every
As
time
Gus's secret hack on the.
it's because it's not on the menu. They put in the barbecue whatever one, and they take that barbecue off and they put the buffalo on the ranch. But every time I go, can I get the Buffalo Ranch chicken strip sandwich? And they're like, yes, but we're gonna have to charge you the ranch and the buffalo on the side. Is that okay? And I have to say yes every single time, and I hate that.
They're fucking assholes then, because every time I substitute it for creamy pepper, they don't give a fuck.
Whataburger is the most the most, I guess, stingy type of people. I used to work there.
The Whataburger here on Shiloh and McPherson,
they used to charge me as an employee for a cup.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Sheesh.
Well, which Whataburger was that?
The one on Delmar in Springfield.
Okay, no,
Worst job I've ever had.
the Whataburger on Shiloh McPherson, they're so nice, dude. They're so.
The new one too.
Oh, the new one. They still don't know the ropes. It's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a bunch of high
Shout out
school
one
kids.
of the workers. They bought some boards last.
Oh yeah, there's these two twins there, and I sold them both boards. I got a huge
If
commission
you were
off
to
them.
ever find this podcast, thank you for buying.
Thank
those
you, we
boards.
love you.
I stopped by and I told her, I was like, "Hey, you bought the board, right?" She's like, "Yeah, I learned how to skate now." And I was like, "Oh,
Cool.
oh, that badass. Do I get a discount?" No, fuck off.
No, fuck off.
I love that
the Whataburger here on Shiloh McPherson. They actually say my pleasure, like at this Chick-fil-A.
Oh, they're catching
Because they
on.
gotta compete
They're
now.
catching
No,
on.
I love that Whataburger is like the beacon in the dark. Like when you're
It's
like,
the savior.
When
yeah,
you're
it's the
drunk.
savior.
I'm
when
gonna
you're-
get some today.
dude. Like
We
after
had
like
some before the podcast.
Oh, you guys
Shout
did.
out
we did, yeah,
Whataburger.
we did. I had the buffalo ranch.
Oh, actually,
The buffalo chicken strip
if
sandwich.
you're on video,
No, you didn't have the buffalo. You had the barbecue.
Oh, barbecue chicken strip sandwich. My bad.
I had gravy.
But yeah, that would be my personal hell if I have to fucking hear them say we're gonna have to charge you the buffalo and the ranch extra.
It's like-
forever."
it's like-
I know, like
Well,
you know,
okay, but like there's hell, but what about like heck? It's like yeah, like
it's just like it's not bad, it's not tormenting, it's just inconveniences.
everything
yeah.
in the
Wait, I got something to like.
mildly
Okay, like it's like mildly inconveniencing, right? So have you ever heard the song "Baby Blue" by Chance the Rapper and Action Bronson?
No.
Oh
Whoever-
yeah, I hope you
not
get a
Chance the
paper
Rapper,
cut.
no.
Okay, well he says this. He goes and he doesn't wish bad upon the girl,
Yes.
but he says this. He goes. I hope you get a paper cut on your tongue from a razor in a paper cup. I hope every soda you drink is already shaken up. I hope your dreams dry like raisins in the baking sun. I hope your titties are all saggy in your 20s. This is my favorite one.
I hope the zipper on your jacket gets stuck.
Yeah, and your earphones are short. And like it's so much of mind like inconveniencing shit. But my favorite one is like, I hope you work at a Fridays that's always busy on Fridays and you never get off on Fridays. Like
Yes. That is definitely what heck would
that's
be.
what heck is. It's like a place where like
Hold up, ladies and gentlemen. We need to take a quick ad break.
Oh, shit.
For Audio World.
And then we're gonna talk about philosophical stuff.
All right, guys. You guys have heard it here before. I'm going to do the fucking ad break this time. I don't have anything to read. Fuck it. I'm going off the top of my head, baby.
Shout out, Gus.
do it.
Do
it.
it.
Let's
So
hear it.
y'all hear this fucking beautiful crisp audio and nice beautiful video that I kind of bought the camera, but this podcast is brought to you by the one and only Audio World from Texas, Laredo, Texas.
Oh, yeah.
If you want anything having to do with audio or visual needs, hit them up. Whether it be TV mounts, home theater systems, audio equipment, video equipment, he's got it all. He's got the fucking, he's got the shit, And so hit him up on Instagram or Facebook at audioworld.tx and ask for an estimate, get an estimate from him. I'm pretty sure he told me that he just got another estimate from a viewer of this podcast. So we know that you guys are listening to us and you guys can actually see the improvement over the podcast, over the years.
Yeah.
Over the
months.
over the quarantine,
May.
over the
weeks.
duration of this coronavirus.
Woo! Thank you. Also, hopping on that
Coronavirus
really
podcast.
quick before we continue. thank you, Audio World, again, also for personally sponsoring my stream. So thank you again, that double ad sponsor.
And
Thank you.
one more ad shout out. This is actually a personal shout out for my sister.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So she and my mom have been making these what's it called, face mask holder necklace kind of things out of
That's
beads
really
and stuff
cool.
like that.
That's
so
sick.
you can like put it on, and like when you're wearing your mask, like you can just have it hung over your, like a necklace.
Has
Yeah.
that been done before?
I mean, they're doing it, so
Now it has been.
Dude, I've never heard of that. Like legit.
So they're
they come up with my sister comes up with a bunch of different colors and designs and beads. I don't know if the camera can actually catch it.
That's sick.
And does she have an Instagram?
Yes, she does have an Instagram. So go ahead and follow her at Crafty with Natty. So that's CRAFTY, Crafty with Natty, NATY.
Awesome.
She's got a bunch of pictures of the necklaces that she does, and what's it called? So hit her up and order some. They're $8. They're pretty affordable, honestly.
Wow. Okay, so
Camera died. Oh yes, we have to definitely talk about that.
Yes, we'll go with that first.
Yes. So, just in case the camera cut us off, Instagram at Crafty with Natty. Hit her up.
all right. So
You're welcome, sis.
Sweet. To spicing up the mood, kind of get away from the darker tones of this first part of the podcast.
How do we go from elections to talking about the afterlife?
We didn't even really get to talk about my theory about existentialism and the simulation,
It's
but
fine,
we haven't
it's
talked
fine.
about the
it's fine,
simulation
it's
theory
fine,
at
it's
all.
fine, It's fine.
But it's fine.
We have every episode to talk about it. So let's talk about introducing yourself to other people. You
Yes.
know? The simple head nod.
The simple.
Yes.
Head nod.
If you're watching,
watching.
video, we all know that the downwards nod
Is what respect.
is the highest form of respect. The highest.
It might be out of like also
like primitive.
It might be that, or it might be like, what the fuck are you looking at?
No,
down-
That's
down-
the of.
That's
that's up.
if you over exaggerate your up. It's like
Yeah.
what are you looking at?
There's time, angle, and
Speed.
no duration. I'm sorry. Duration, angle,
And
and
speed.
and intensity is what determines the level of the up
And
nod.
sometimes I'm like, oh, what's up? And then sometimes I'm like,
You move your
fuck.
head up a lot,
Yeah, you move your head up a lot, Pancho.
Yeah.
like a lot.
So maybe that's why. Maybe they're like, does this guy want beef or something?
if it's I honestly personally believe if it's a simple upwards, very quick, it's like what's up? Like, hey.
That's between homies, though.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
You-
I would
I
not do
feel
that
like
with strangers.
If you don't go super high, I feel like you're not respecting them as much.
No.
Because if you're just going like that, you're like, oh, like fuck you, bye.
Oh.
Oh, it's
You're
very
just
it's
like
half-assed.
You're just acknowledging their presence and that's it, rather than the respectful. What's up, dude?
Oh, I can see what he's saying. Like
I get that. I get that.
This part of the podcast is definitely for the people that are watching. But
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, you
like-
have to watch this on video. Please watch this on YouTube.
like if you just kind of just go like that, like it could be passed up. Like
Yeah, it's passive aggressive.
but it's also your facial expressions,
You do have to pair with your facial expressions.
It
that's
could be
true.
dismissive. That's why I go. That's why I pick my head up really high because I want to.
that could also be primitive because you're expressing your neck.
You're showing them like
I don't have fucking neck
No, but-
tattoos, so it's okay.
no, you're
but
showing them
but
like
I mean,
your
like-
jugular, like your
Oh,
like
underbelly.
What, I have fucking 13 on my neck?
No,
We're
no.
not talking
like-
about gangs.
No,
talking
it means
about, like-
you're showing them a vulnerable part of you.
Like you're
Oh,
going
okay.
back into like your animal, like your
Yeah.
instinct, like you're showing like, hey, I'm so comfortable with you. Here's my most valuable part of my body.
Yeah, look at it.
So
You
look, what kind of brought us to this topic is I was talking to Ed earlier in the week. I went to visit him at the mall for lunch, and I was walking back from the food court with some Chick-fil-A, and one of the janitors was passing by, and I don't know this janitor. Like I know some of the staff from the mall from when I used to work there, but I've never met this one. And he was walking by, and he stared me down, and then he went like this. Like
that fucking mic.
he was walking and he goes like
Like
that.
he headward nods downwards.
Yes, he nodded
That's
downward.
the highest form of respect.
Yeah, I agree with that because when
let me fucking finish, Fonz.
you don't get mad if Pancho cuts you off.
I do
He's
subconsciously.
had the
though.
least amount of airtime today. Let's let him finish this.
I really had.
Shut the fuck up.
Thank you, Ed.
You going, King?
No, what's it called? But he was walking past me and he nods downward, and I don't know him. So out of respect, I nod downward as well, and I keep walking. And notice we're in an era where we're wearing face masks, so our facial expressions really can't be seen that well. So this downward nod is very. To me, it was very friendly and out of respect.
Yeah, dude, it makes you feel
When you
warm
do the
too.
downwards nod, it's more of a comma, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
It,
I- I do that
Like,
downward
how's
not a
it
lot
going,
to
sir?
customers. I feel like I'm like, how y'all doing today? Y'all doing all right? I'm like, okay,
We
awesome.
literally mentioned that too. That's so
we were
fucking
talking
cool.
like how you really get down, like
you get down and dirty,
like,
dude.
like you can see in the fucking pod,
Camera
like,
died. Camera 2 by Pancho.
Wow.
what is that one doing?
Record on the. It's on the back. On the back.
It turned completely off.
Oh.
Well, I'll continue fucking my story while. What's
do
it
one
go?
camera
Turn on the camera.
What the fuck?
There you go, and then press record on the back. There. Okay.
We're good.
God damn it. We totally forgot to do that on the other parts. But anyway, Fonz, when you fucking like talk to customers, like older people, like you straight up go like, how's it going, sir? Like, how's it going? Like, ¿Cómo estás?
Hola, mi amo fans. I serve.
That like you kind of get below your arm. Like it's kind of.
But that's okay though. You know, that's
Yeah.
straight up respect.
And I know you don't know that you're doing it because I believe that this head nodding or head, nodward down or up is a primitive thing that
Yeah.
comes from when we were apes.
Like
Well,
yeah.
we're still
No. Don't fucking laugh at the theories.
Yo, the camera keeps dying. Fuck it. We're gonna have to roll with
No way.
No.
It
It's
would
gonna
be
be
the
us.
fucking camera with me on it. All right.
the GoPro died too. Wow, it's really fucking
This podcast.
this
is in
episode's going to shit.
shambles.
Hold on, let's pause real sick. All right. I apologize whoever's watching. The fucking our cameras are not great. We need to figure this shit out before we go live.
Video world.
We Audio World, help us out a little bit, all right? What's it called? But so back to my theory. Yes, the head nod downward or
The
upward
highest form of respect.
is something primitive from when we were apes.
Yeah, because what you're literally doing, it's also like you're exposing the back of your neck. And your neck is one of the most like vulnerable parts as a creature or whatever. And
Yeah.
you're also physically making yourself smaller.
Yeah.
That's what animals do in the the animal kingdom. They make themselves
I feel
smaller.
like y'all are thinking about this too much.
Do you think that some
Dude,
humans?
No, you're not thinking about it
It's some
enough.
No,
instinctual
I
shit,
think that
man.
there's some humans, and I've seen it in some people, that they're more primitive than others.
I'm looking at one right now.
You're a awooga.
when he sees a pretty girl, he's like,
Dude, I'm a, oh,
Yeah.
Me like a lot.
oh, big titty gazonga. No, but like, I just pissed myself.
or whenever he sees a girl, he just vomits, like in South Park and with Stan.
Yeah,
But like, I think there's seriously some people whose, I don't know, like their bloodline or something has a little bit more primitive DNA.
Got like a big ass like eyebrows. You know where?
I'm looking at him.
Oh, that was fucked.
Wait,
man.
did you mean
So you're
like
saying
hair
that-
wise or bridge? Like the
No,
bridge?
like literally the bone. You know?
Oh,
how
I thought you said big eyebrows.
Pancho got that brow ridge.
Yeah,
pretty pronounced.
Bunch got a
Are
brow.
you saying that I'm not civilized or what?
Exactly.
I just think some people are more primitive than others. That's all.
Right. No. Okay.
It's a literal caveman.
the people that Fonz interacts with are just like the cavemen from Geico.
It's just the what do you call those? What are those fucking
Neanderthals.
Neanderthals? But there was another one.
Oh,
Cro-Magnets.
Oh,
Homo sapiens?
Australopithecus. Well, anyway.
You're all single-celled organisms.
Well, I think the whole that body language of nodding your head downward or upward is almost universal. I'm pretty sure you can go to anywhere. Dude, the Asian cultures really like exaggerate.
They fuck with it.
Yeah.
You know?
They exaggerated the head nod all the way down to a bow, like you a physically like upper body bow.
I'm about to start bowing to people.
I don't fucking bow to people.
Dude, like in cats too. You know, when a cat lays down with you, that means they love you because they're exposing their belly, which is like really,
Yeah,
really
animals.
personal to them.
That's what they do when they expose their vulnerable parts to you. It's because they trust you.
I'm gonna expose my vulnerable parts right now.
I'm gonna expose my vulnerable parts to you, Fawn.
Please don't.
Or like when a dog. I heard like when a dog poops with you, it's because he's cool with you.
With you?
Yeah.
Like when you're pooping?
No. Like you take him on a walk and he starts to shit. Because he's like
Without knowing, like
So if a dog starts shitting on me, it's
no,
because he
not
respects
on
me.
you, but you take him on a walk.
He's comfortable with
He starts
you.
to poop, and he looks back at you and he's like, "I'm comfortable with you," like I'm
Oh.
about it.
Yeah, you gotta be comfortable to poop with somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm pretty.
I wouldn't poop with you guys.
I wouldn't poop
I've
with
had
any of
full
y'all.
conversations with someone pooping in the stall next to me.
No, but like
I
someone
have
has to
that too.
like imagine no stall door, no nothing, single toilet, and like there's a toilet in the middle of this table,
That would be
and I get up and I take a shit right now.
Fucking funny.
That's how
I-
comfortable your dog
Yeah.
is, though. You
That
know?
wow. That's
just-
that's a
Yeah.
good way
And
to put
they
it.
always make eye contact with you too.
That's true.
You notice that they're
It ma-
just straight up, just like
And you're
you can't see it, but they're just
Okay,
straight up.
so one time when I was in second grade, this janitor opened the door on me while I was taking his shit. No, this janitor just opened the door when I was taking his shit, and he just kept cleaning.
Oh, that's primitive shit right there.
Like
he
didn't
picks up
even-
your leg to wipe the
he
toilet.
didn't even- I swear to God, he didn't even bother to close the door or anything. The door had sucked, and he just kept cleaning the whole restroom and the area around me.
Did he have like earphones in, or he just didn't?
No, this was in
Did he-
second.
did he
this was-
see you?
This was 2002
Good
or
year.
2001.
It's questionable year.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
How
he said
old were you?
2002. He said 2002.
Yeah, yeah,
That was a
yeah.
good year.
Yeah, that was a good year.
That's what I said.
No, but then he's like 2001. I'm like, yeah, that's
It
a
could have been
questionable year.
2001, 2002. And I just remember I was
First half was a good year. Sorry.
I was 6, 7 years old. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy
And you were like,
doing?
all right, fuck it, you know, we're doing this now.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
You know what I want to
And I think I
know?
stopped mid shit. Yeah.
It just like
What I want to
stop.
know is what was it that compelled some motherfuckers to pull down their pants and their underwear when they were taking a piss on the urinal?
we're looking at you.
I don't know. Tell us.
How the fuck? Why would you do that?
Like I said, I'm an exhibitionist.
Oh, okay.
I know you still feel like
Oh,
that.
wrong one.
Oh, it actually sounds
Yo,
really
yo,
good.
overload.
That's like a beat.
Yeah, you can stop it.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Well, I think we're out of time.
Should we call it before any more equipment starts failing?
We should call it before we start
No.
I
failing.
kind of wanted to talk about Laredo history, but it's fine.
We could talk that next episode.
Yeah.
I guess.
Next
I
episode.
mean, we can mention that in the live episode that we're gonna do at
Next
Nido.
week, be there. Don't be square. If you want to see us live, jive, fucking revive.
Interview someone. Interview a business person. Interview someone with one of the most successful new businesses in Laredo.
Yeah, we'll
Can you guys drink that episode? Like on air?
Yeah.
With that?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, we
I
drink
drink on there right now.
I mean, we're gonna be drinking Nido's
you
drinks.
should make it like a game. You know, to maybe take some shots or something.
Oh, fuck.
Every time something is mentioned, you take a shot,
Yo, we have Orly bring in shots every 10 minutes. Like,
and you can have like a little counter.
yeah. Oh,
Or
that'd
he's
be
gonna spike our drinks.
that'd be kind of cool.
It gets fucked the deeper the podcast goes. I
Yeah.
can't drink. I'm underage, but you know, I'm
Yeah, me
moderated.
me
You can
too.
still be
This
in
guy
there. though.
can't even go into
No,
Nido.
he
Okay.
can.
Yeah, he's got special permission.
Yeah, I know the guy. We're interviewing him.
I just want people to like walk around and see us, and I wanted to come out on the podcast. You see, like people like kind of like just
They laugh
looking
and
over,
they
and
point and laugh.
Yeah.
Like they're like, dude, what
they
the
point.
fuck
It's just
are
like
they
high
doing?
school all over
They're
again.
like, they fucked up my night. Dude. This is my one day off. Fuck
we're
these
gonna
guys
do-
making a podcast.
They're like, that's my table.
Yeah, like, oh, that was the fucking table I was gonna sit at. God damn it! Like it was a guy taking a girl on a date for the first time.
Yeah.
and like we're at the table that he promised her to be at.
We're sitting with
it's like
worst first
invite-
date.
No. It's like a guy and a girl, and she's like, I'll go anywhere where there's no podcasters. They show up, and he's like, nah, Nido's not like that. First thing you walk in is just us fucking talking about
The
dicks.
camera goes to the boom mics, the fucking recording thing, and then the camera, and then it goes back to him.
And she's like, I thought you said there'd be no podcasters. She starts crying.
Because like some podcaster broke her heart. Or some
Yeah.
shit.
We take a shot every time someone cries.
Hey,
or something.
podcasters break hearts. It's a known fact.
Okay.
I hope.
All right, guys. We'll see you
music.
guys next week.
Next week.
See us out.
See,
Do a little freestyle on top of this. I'm sure Louis would appreciate it.
We don't have an exit.
They
song.
want me to fucking freestyle. If you get it crazy like I'm seeing now, I pissed in a urinal, then I peed. Free everyone sucking on lead. Oh,
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what
Did you
it
mean
is.
lead?
Know what it is. Lead is lead.
Sucking
I
on
feel
lead.
like you're the person that sniffs lead.
Hi.
Sniffing glue.
See you guys next Sunday live at Nido. Thank you guys. Y'all be there. Nice night.